What's going on, Madden Daily? BenjaminMutton here again, continuing our mini scheme breakdown in the Bears playbook, the 5 wide receiver trio set. Today we're going to be looking at the play mesh. The two main adjustments I like to make are I like to zig X and I like to in route RB. The third little option that I have is I will sometimes slant A. As you can see here, we're going against the cover 3, and I did slant A as well. And he does get open right in the middle. You will see later in this video that I don't always slant him. Sometimes I actually like to leave him on that route, just as a little bit deeper of an option. That time you saw I did hit him though. So again, we're getting into it. The play is mesh. We zigged X and we in-routed RB. Now, when we notice man-to-man coverage, you're going to see later in the video, we will not in-route RB because that corner route is just going to absolutely destroy man. So here you can see we left A alone. We made our first two adjustments, and he was still wide open over the middle for a really nice gain. So again here, we're going to zig X, we're going to in-route RB. We left A alone this time, and we were able to hit RB, that little motion and drag, and for a nice little gain right there. So I'm going to be jumping into man coverage here. I'm going to cover one. I'm going to make the same adjustments this time, except I'm going to leave RB alone, as I said a little bit earlier in the video, just to show you how that corner route works versus man. And this goes for cover 1, which I'm facing right now. It could be cover 2, it could be cover 0. Any man defense, this is going to absolutely smoke. So just wanted to show you guys that really quickly. But getting into it again, you don't have to leave that corner route. Maybe you're not sure if it's cover 3, maybe they're disguising their defense and you want to play it safe and you'd rather just in-route him. And that's okay too, because I'm going to show you what I like to do versus man as well. So we made all of our adjustments, and we were able to hit the drag again. Unfortunately, the defender was right on him in man coverage. Typically you will get a little bit more separation. And then you could actually follow a couple blocks and maybe break some yards upfield. So here I'm showing you the real meat and bones of what I like to do versus man, and this is why I put that zig route out there. If I recognize man coverage, that's going to be my first read every time. Let's get to the replay real quick here. So you're going to notice it just absolutely smokes his defender in man-to-man coverage. The defender gets a really terrible animation there too, which is going to allow my wheel route over here to keep moving upfield. He sets a block for me, and actually 2 blocks for me, and I'm able to take that one to the crib. So really good first read if you notice man coverage right away, and if you're leaving that corner route, it's another really great read. So I'm going to show you this one more time quickly versus man coverage. Made all our adjustments, zigged X and in-routed RB. Hit X on that zig route and got a block. It didn't hold, unfortunately, but it was still enough to get some good yards upfield. Just a really good option versus man coverage. So here, as you can see, we're getting into a cover 2 invert. I'm going to start off making the same adjustments, zigging X and in-routing RB. As you can see here, I'm going to hit the drag. The defender was able to recover. He came off that zig once I let go of the pass, and he was able to make a tackle, but it's still a good read to have for a few safe yards when you really need it. Here I'm going to get into what I really like to do, though, when I notice it's cover 2 invert. And what I'm going to do instead of that corner route is I'm actually going to streak him out. And another option is, instead of putting the zig, I can also streak X. What you're going to notice is that's going to split those 2 deep zones, and it's going to leave A wide open over the middle for a really good gain, about 15 yards there. If you want to keep the zig, that's also an option, as you're going to see here. I'm going to keep the zig, but I'm going to still streak RB. And you're going to notice it's just going to occupy that deep blue on the right, and it's going to allow A to get wide open over the middle again. So a couple other options here versus cover 2 invert. One thing is we can actually streak B instead of keeping him on that drag route, and that's going to occupy that deep safety and allow that corner route to get wide open on the right side. Here, as you can see, what we're going to do instead is we're actually going to streak X. And what that's going to do is that's going to clear out a hook zone as well. I'm going to leave that drag this time. But what he's going to do is he's actually going to clear out the hook zone in that deep blue, and now we're going to have a lot of room underneath for that drag route. So just a couple other options there. So last little setup here that I'm going to show you, and again, we're really just finding ways to isolate and pick on defenders here. So I'm going to streak A and B this time, and you're going to see RB is still again wide open. But that's pretty much going to conclude the mesh. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, leave your feedback, and until next time, take care.